To Mr. Valero, that date of offense on the domestic was in 2019, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And what was he just on bench warrant stat? What?
I believe so. I can verify that for you.
Court calls case People versus Keenan Grimes.
Public Defender Natalie Pate, and on behalf of Mr. Grimes, who stands to my right, please state your name for the record, sir.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Grimes is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. Mr. Grimes was sentenced in this case in September of 2015. He was originally given a heightened sentence that was revoked back in 2016. Since that time, Your Honor, Mr. Grimes is still in violation of any of the court's orders. In that he has a balance of $1,503. He did have a payment that was made to the court in April of 2023. However, that was due to a garnishment that the court had set out. There is a balance of that of restitution that is $265.05. Mr. Grimes failed to report to probation, failed to complete the class, failed to complete 25 hours of community service, failed to provide proof of his GED, failed to provide proof of employment. He also has new pending cases, 1 out of 42, that's a domestic violence alleged date of offense of November 7, 2019. He has a pretrial in that matter on the 27th in 2 days. He also has a pending case out of 14B, an aggravated assault, an alleged date of offense of May 31st, 2024. He has a pretrial in that case in July 25th of 2024. Given the non-compliance by Mr. Grimes, probation is recommending 93 days in jail with credit for 13 days served, that he served the balance, waive remaining terms, accept his financial obligations, and discharge him from probation.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have the opportunity to discuss both the alleged violations of probation as well as the recommendation with Mr. Grimes. He does acknowledge the violations of probation. Our request at this time is for the to respectfully request the court to considering discharging him from probation without improvement. Of course, still imposing the financial obligations. We are respectfully requesting the court to consider not remanding him today, as he did serve 13 days already so far for his violations. He does have full-time work at Noodles and Company. He has been employed there full-time for 4 months. His 2 cases that are pending are misdemeanor matters and are still pending at this time. We are respectfully requesting the court to discharge him from probation without improvement and to not impose any additional jail time at this time.
Young man, anything you want to say?
I can pay 150 today if needed.
Pardon?
I can pay 150 today.
I'm not really worried necessarily about the money. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't do anything.
I've just been all over the place. So but I am trying to get them off my record. So
Pardon?
so I've been all over the place, but I am trying to clear my record. So that's what I'm here.
You got 2, Mr. Valero, that date of offense on the domestic was in 2019, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And what was he just on bench warrant stat? What?
I believe so. I can verify that for you.
And then you have an while she's looking at that, you have a brand new while you're on this case and on a bench warrant on the other case, you got a new ag assault that you picked up on May 31st.
That's an alleged case though.
What?
That's an alleged case though. I was arrested for warrants. They just picked up that case.
I realize it's alleged. They're all alleged until you come to court to take care of it.
Yes,
but,
sir.
I mean,
Yes, he was on bench one stand. Sure.
Jesus. All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, sir.
We're going to waive all remaining terms and set the financial obligations, discharge him from probation without improvement. Defendant is sentenced to 93 days in jail. I'll give him credit for 13. Defendants served a balance. Defendants remanded.
Damn, he going to jail. Damn, he going to jail. That's
Mr. Washington. This case is 10 black. He's been utilizing the bus a lot this morning.
Court calls case People versus Jason Kubek.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Mr. Kubek.
Mr. Kubek, can you unmute and state your name? You need to turn your camera on also, sir.
Do you have me?
Are these show causes?
Yes. You want the total? It's 24.
I have no audio right now. I can't hear anything, unfortunately.
Sir, can
You
you
Can you hear me now?
me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I can hear you. That was Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington, you need to mute yourself and stay muted until we tell you not to. So that wasn't Mr. Where did he go? Mr. Kubek?
He's still unmuted.
Right. Mr. Kubek? Okay. Do you have a way to get through to him?
I do not, Your Honor. Actually, we had no conduct prior to this hearing. The phone number we have for him is disconnected. So unfortunately, I do not.
Can you send him a message?
Yes.
Pardon?
I let him know that his case.
Yeah, tell him we,
Signed in on the second device. Let me hit that now. He has dropped a few times.
was he in the waiting room? Because I only have one device.
And then the second one, here it comes.
Okay. Mr. Kubek?
Yes, okay, I think we've got it here. I've got audio now.
Okay.
My computer crashed right when you were calling me up and we were trying to get it sorted here.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, that one's now off. He's on that one. Okay, we're good. Go ahead.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a show cause hearing. To my understanding, there's still a balance in this matter. Unfortunately, the phone number I had for Mr. Kubek was not connected at the time we tried calling him, so I do not currently know what the status is for his plans to make payments.
How much do you have him owing? 2706.
1020, $1,020.
Both the same. Okay. All right, Mr. Kubek, you owe $1,000, $1,020 on each case. You have two cases here.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you haven't paid it?
Unfortunately, it was a situation where I was only working part-time. My dad was unemployed. He was laid off during the recession. So unfortunately, we did not have the funds to do that at the time. And it became an out of sight, out of mind deal, unfortunately, with that. And I don't have any excuses as to why I have not paid that yet.
Okay, how are you gonna get these paid?
I have a job I'm finishing today, hopefully, assuming the client pays promptly upon completion of the job. I will be paying by Thursday.
Paying the entire
Yes, sir.
balance? Okay, what I'm gonna indicate is that you're gonna pay all of these balances by July 1st, 2024. And when's my next sentence? Show sentencing date, show us 7/15.
July 10th.
July. And then I'll adjourn these out to July 10th, 2024 at 9 a.m. If you have everything paid, there's no reason, there's no need for you to appear.
Okay.
Got that?
So as long as I have everything paid by July 1st, I do not have to appear for the July 10th.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case People versus Jory Jalul.
Yes.
Go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Abdullah Mugni, for 85374, here on behalf of Jory Jalul, who appears today via Zoom. Jory, could you please say your full name for the record?
Yeah. Jory Jahlul.
Read over the pre-sentence report.
Yes, Your Honor. I've had the chance to go over the PSI with my client, and there's no deletions, corrections, or additions needed at this time.
All right. Anything you or your client would like to say before I impose sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. Very briefly, I've had the opportunity these past few months to get to know Jory. My first impression of her is one that has lasted throughout this entire process. She is a God-fearing, respectful, and law-abiding woman who made a mistake. Your Honor, Jory is a single mother of a few children, and this act that she had been caught in is a one-off deal where she learned a very harsh lesson. She learned it the hard way. No matter how tight money is, you can't do something of this nature. And she learned it the hard way, and she's not going to do it again. Your Honor, looking over the probation's recommendation, we're good with all of it. I ask that you reduce as much of the fees and costs as possible. And on top of it, she currently has her father, who is overseas in Iraq, on his deathbed at this point, and she's requesting that she be allowed to leave and go visit him even during the course of her probation. So ultimately, I leave it up to you, Your Honor, but she would be very grateful if she was at the very least allowed the opportunity to see her father.
Ma'am, is there anything you'd like to say before I impose that?
I am sorry, and I apologize for the court, and I apologize for you, and nothing may happen again. I hope so.
Sentence of the court, I'll place you on the prosecutor's deferred sentence for a period of 4 months. You're to pay $480 fines and court costs, $120 probation, oversight fees. When can that be paid?
Today.
Thank you. Pay that today. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete a theft class. You're to do that within the next 60 days. You're to complete 25 hours of community service as directed by probation. No going to any Walmart store in the state of Michigan. I'll set a review hearing. That's to be held October 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m. I'll order 90 days in jail. That is suspended. With regard to travel, I'm going to need some proof of exactly where you're going provided to the court. So if you provide that to probation, we can arrange to make sure that you can go overseas to see your dad. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the people versus Kyle Battles.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Battles, who is approaching. State your name for the record, sir.
Kyle Battles.
Go ahead.
I was wanting to say my lawyer is on the way, but I'm not sure if that means anything. It's probably a couple minutes on my way, but
Your lawyer is on the way?
yeah, he's coming from another court, but it's,
So who's this next to you?
Who's your lawyer, sir?
what's his name again, Mom?
His attorney is in route. We have 5 judges. There's all these dates.
Okay, so when did that happen?
Oh, I had him since I was, locked up and I got bonded out.
For the record, Your Honor, this is the first time I'm hearing of this. I was not able to reach Mr. Battles. The number we had for him was disconnected, and I did email him the recommendation. However, I did not know he was no longer represented by our office.
Who do you have in our system?
Yes, Your Honor, he's represented by the PD, and I'm not seeing anything regarding an appearance from.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It's just that there's no appearance filed by Mr. Davis. So, but you say, who's this with you?
My mother,
Your mom?
my mom, my daughter,
Who else? Hold
my
on.
daughter, and my girlfriend.
Write everybody down?
No, but
Why are you bringing everybody down?
they always come. That's my parade right there. That's all I got. They always come every day. I'm the only boy.
Oh, you're what?
I'm the only boy.
So then you decided to mess up?
No.
Okay,
Sir.
no, we'll get to that. I'll wait for your attorney before I start getting on you. Mom, you were saying something? No, it's okay. I'll let mom speak. I didn't really want to hear from him anyway. Got it.
He was supposed to be your call. He just found the letter. He was in court, so.
That's okay. What I'll do is I'll pass it. We'll wait for him to show up.
Sure.
And then we'll proceed from there. When he comes in, if I don't tell him right away, tell him he needs to file an appearance because I don't have him as attorney of record. Actually, it'd be a substitution. So we'll make sure to have the form and somebody from the PD I have to sign off. Because right now you're represented by the PD according to our records. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Go ahead and have a seat with your people. This case, people versus Martell Williams.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Williams, who is approaching the record, sir.
Marcel Williams.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for sentencing. I have reviewed probation's recommendation with Mr. Williams. We are asking to briefly address the recommendation when appropriate.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed this, like I said, with Mr. Williams. He is asking the court to consider sentencing him to time served on this matter. However, he does understand that the court may follow the recommendation. His request at this time is sentencing for time served.
Right. Young man, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
No.
All right. Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute, however, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient treatment, AA meeting attendance, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Probation, the court will follow probation's recommendation of probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance with recommended treatment. It's therefore the order of the court, sentence of the court, that you are placed on probation for a period of 18 months. You are to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery costs, $540 probation oversight fees. When can you get that paid?
I need some time, probably like at least 90, probably like 90 days.
90 days to get it all paid. Do you have anything today? No? All right. You're to follow a payment plan as arranged by probation. So make sure to get with probation and they'll set you up on something. Okay. No use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the CCOP program or a comparable program. You're to attend 2A meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims impact panel attendance to probation. I'll continue on the Scram Tether until the CCOP program or enrollment is provided to probation. I'll order 93 days in jail, credit 62 or 52, days served, and the balance is suspended.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case, Other People versus Michael Miller. Can you unmute, Mr. Miller?
Hello,
Hello, state your name.
Michael Miller.
Thank you, sir. What are we doing?
Resolution doesn't matter. Mr. Miller is going to plead guilty to count 2 in exchange for dismissal of count 1.
That is correct, Judge.
Sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name again for the record.
Michael Benjamin Miller.
All right, Mr. Miller, it's this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of unlawful use of a license plate, title, or registration. That is indicated a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question witnesses against you at trial. You're giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you on probation? Well, this is 2016, so you'd be off probation by then. Has anybody promised you anything
No, sir.
other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No.
No? Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir. I turned myself in.
All right. You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 3rd, 2020 or 2016. Location of westbound 994, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. Were you driving a car or a vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have a registration plate or license plate on that vehicle that was not issued to that vehicle?
Correct. I did.
And you did know that it wasn't registered for that vehicle?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
The people are satisfied.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2, count 1 is dismissed. Anything you want to say, sir, before I impose sentence?
Well, I've had the same place for about 6 years now. job for about 3. I've got custody of my son. I'm just taking care of everything from my past. This is the last place. I've turned myself in 6 different courthouses since Christmas, and everything has been paid in full. And this is the last thing I have hanging over me. So I'm pretty proud of myself
And should be, if you're getting everything cleared up. Fines and
Sure.
costs of $200. When do you think you can get that paid?
today.
I should have said 500. No, I'm kidding. All right. Get that paid today, sir. And actually, if you wait a while, if you know how to use a QR code, there's a QR code on the screen, so you can actually pay it online. But it'd take a few hours for them to get it in the system. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Calls the case of the people versus Mary McGee.
On behalf of Ms. McGee, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Amari McGee.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'd just be asking for a short adjournment. I started watching the videos with her, but I haven't been able to get through all of them, and I'd like that opportunity to go over everything with her.
May 1st.
Your Honor, I do think that we have a community corrections report that needs to be addressed.
It's on a number of things.
I don't have one before.
I have, if you, Anna would like a copy.
Yeah, if I can just take a look at it. Sure. No, you don't. She should have a copy, but go ahead. Let Bridget look at it. We do. I don't have any.
You gotta make sure you're testing on time.
Yep, I called Keith and talked to him, and after that, said to put on other times, and I've been on time ever since. And yeah,
Well, you can't have no more mistake, more. If he sees it as late, he's gonna count that as positive, even though it's not. So you can't have any.
You're missing your testing windows. Why is that, man?
I was getting adjusted to it, and I had lost the time, so I called Keith, and he told me to tell you that I talked to him and I corrected that behavior. I was getting adjusted to waking up at that time, and I had lost the paper. And I forgot the time at one of them, and then I set my alarm for three times like he told me, and I've been doing good.
Okay, I see that since at least that time. All right. Just no more late test, okay?
Yes, sir.
States People versus London Gooden. Hello. What's your name?
London Gooden.
All right. And this is an arraignment, and you're here before the court on a 2-count misdemeanor complaint. All this having occurred or alleged to have occurred on November 21st, 2023 at the location of Ellsworth Road near Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Count 1 alleges that you did operate a motor vehicle without proper security as required by statute. You understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by not more than 1 year incarceration and not less than $200 nor more than $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Count 2 alleges that on that same date at that same location, yet you did fail to stop at the scene of a property damage accident involving an attended vehicle. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Like with everybody else.
Yes, I would like.
You like, oh, thank you. See, I like it when people listen. This is a public defender case.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Gooden.
Yes.
And we will waive further reading, stand mute, and
Defendant
ask for
having waived-
another trial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates. Bond will be set at $5,000 personal recognizance bond, all other standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Just checking something on the complaint. Or no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All that I need. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus LaShawn Courtright.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Unmute yourself and turn on your camera.
Be here to do that.
Somebody that called in,
Okay. Somebody has called into the court. Last three digits are 027. Can you hit *6? Tell us your name. Hello, state your name. Phone number ending in 027. I don't know who that is. I don't think that's Miss Cartwright.
I will be asking for adjournment. I will state that we have a meeting with her, our office on April 16th. She does have cognitive issues, things that are remember dates and times. So for those reasons, we'd just be asking for adjournment.
I'm going to issue a bench warrant. I've had to issue a bench warrant. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 5th one. She needs to get herself here, and usually I think she can. Found 5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.
They did have contact with the court right yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Don't smile at me, Coons. You didn't do anything. It's probation that saved you. So you thank Teresa. May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Court calls case People versus Darren Bowden. Your name, sir?
Darren Bowden.
All right. You are here also for an arraignment. Would indicate that the complaint alleges that between the dates of October 22nd and November 29th, 2023, location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, you being an employee of Walmart, that you committed the offense of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. You understand the nature of that charge, sir?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you, you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Yeah. See, people catch on. This is a public defender case. Can I see that last file?
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Bowden.
Yeah.
We will waive any further reading and stand mute, Your Honor, ask for a new pretrial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Set his bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. All order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I would indicate also, sir, at this time, you are not to enter any Walmart store in the state of Michigan. You understand? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Schiller, what are you doing? Court calls case of the People versus Mariah, is it Cotterill Taylor? Hello, what's your name?
Mariah Crail Taylor.
All right. Ma'am, you are before the court for an arraignment on the charge of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. And this is alleged to have occurred between the dates of October 26, 2023 and January 19, 2024 at the Walmart, 7,000 East Michigan Avenue. You understand the nature of the charge and the maximum penalties?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you is, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
It's a public defender case.
For the purpose on behalf of the defendant, at this time, we want to waive further reading of the charges and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. As the bond in this case, I'll set the defendant's bond $5,000 personal recognizance bond, standard conditions including no assaultive behavior or possession of weapons. You're also, there's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that?
Yes.
I will also indicate you're not to enter any Walmart store in the state of Michigan at this time. Court calls the case, People versus Tamara Motley. You need to unmute.
Sorry about that. Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
my name is Tamara Motley.
Ma'am, you are before the court on a misdemeanor complaint that alleges that on or about April 29, 2023, at the location of 4775 Washington Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, state of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Correct.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. It is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Court could also order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. Your vehicle is subject to immobilization. The court could also order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, my first question to you is, do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
It's a public defender case.
Bridget Joseph from the Washington Public Defender's Office on behalf of Ms. Motley. Any further raising of the charges and stand mute.
Defendant having waived former reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. as your invite indicates. As to bond, alleged BAC in this matter.
Your Honor, it's a .08 from a data master. It was not technically a traffic stop, but she was found slumped over in a drive-through while the drive-through was closed.
Got it. Okay, bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 personal recognizance bond. I will order standard conditions, including no assault behavior and or use of any weapons. There's to be no possession or consumption of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Anything further?
Ms. Motley, can you just confirm the last 4 digits of your phone number is 2485?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Court does call the case of People versus Stephen Richmond.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Spencer Clayton appearing on behalf of Mr. Richmond, who approaches, will be standing to my right, P number 77302. Can you state your name for the record, please, sir?
Stephen James Richmond.
All right. What are we doing? This is an arraignment. As to the arraignment,
Your Honor,
client waives formal reading, stands mute.
correct, Your Honor.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty plea.
Your Honor, as far as the pretrial, I did have the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor. We're asking for an adjournment for discovery purposes. Yes.
All right. Will May 1st work for you?
It does, Your Honor, if it could possibly be a little later in the day.
May 1st, 2024. I'll set it at 9 a.m. You'll get the time block. If that's a problem, you'll have to contact my chambers.
Sounds good.
It's the bond in this case.
He does live and work in the area. He works in Plymouth, lives in Saline, doesn't have any reason to come into contact with the alleged complainant in this matter. He has retained counsel. He's here on his own. Obviously, I'd ask the court to consider a personal bond in the matter.
Bond is set at $5,000 personal bond. What are standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of weapons? There's to be no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I'll also indicate that you're to have no contact with Rodney Smith. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Court calls the case of the People versus David Edmonds. Hello, what's your name?
David Edmonds.
Sir, you are before the court on a complaint that complaint alleges that on or between the dates of September 11, 2020 and November 23rd, 2020, at the location of 7,000 East Michigan Avenue, that being the Walmart, that you did commit the offense of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. You understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, sir.
Misdemeanor. It is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail. or 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken if that's greater than $500, and that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir? All right. First question I have for you, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, sure.
The public defender case.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Edmonds. We will waive any further readings, stand mute, and request another pretrial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned May 1st, 2024, 9 a.m. Set his bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond under the standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of weapons. There is also to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that, sir? I will also indicate that you are not to enter any Walmart in the state of Michigan. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus Brandon Cole.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Cole, who is approaching. State your name for the record, sir.
Brandon Cole.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for sentencing. I have reviewed the pre-sentence investigation report with Mr. Cole. We have no changes, additions, or corrections. We would respectfully request to address the recommendation when appropriate.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have reviewed the recommendation with Mr. Cole. Obviously, it is a jail recommendation. We are respectfully requesting the court to consider not imposing that jail sentence. Mr. Cole is gainfully employed at GDI Transportation. He shuttles patients around, as well as he further supplements this income with DoorDash. He provides for his 8 children. He does have the pending felony case, which to my understanding and reading the report is the reason for the jail recommendation. He's scheduled to be sentenced on that felony matter on July 16th. And I did discuss this with his felony attorney. There is no sentencing agreement in that matter, but we believe he is likely to be sentenced to probation on his felony case. He does reside with his uncle in Belleville and has taken some steps to get his 15th district bench warrant recall. He plans on walking in tomorrow for arraignments to get that recalled. Apart from these matters, the pending felony in this one, he does not have a criminal history. We are asking the court to consider not imposing the jail time. He is very dedicated to working on himself, providing for his kids, and he's even been looking into therapy as well as parenting classes as encouraged by his felony case attorney from our office. We are asking the court to not impose the jail time so it does not derail his progress. And further, he will be getting a lot of the programming necessary in all likelihood on his felony probation. Nothing further from me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Cole, anything you want to say? Okay, where am I? Miss Constantino, what are you sneaking in and out? What's going on?
Trying to figure out
Is she on our docket?
she's not, but
She is not on our docket, so get out. Go on, go on. Pardon? Absolutely.
Did you want to resume with Mr. Cole?
Whichever is easiest to pick back up. But I don't have, hold on a second, because I don't have a PD.
I'm gonna.
She's in her office.
Okay. You're gonna send a message to.
They haven't made it over yet.
Oh,
They haven't made it over.
they haven't made it over. Oh, PDs are here. All right, so I can,
Those are all out of custody.
these are all out.
Are my.
Got it. They haven't made it yet.
And I don't think.
This on Cole. No, on this one, which is him, we're waiting on Davis.
Correct.
And then this was my
Yes.
end that I was just doing. Got it. Okay. Calls case, People versus Brandon Cole.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Brandon Cole again. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Brandon Cole.
This is when we were interrupted by the power. So go ahead. Anything else you want to tell the court?
Oh, yeah, I believe Mr. Cole was about to
Yeah.
speak when the power was in. Go ahead, sir.
I was just trying to say, Your Honor, that I am sorry for my actions. I am a strong man, strong Black man, Christian man, and I am seeking therapy right now. I have a lot of little ones that I do work for and take care of. I am a very important piece to them, and I'm trying to do better, Your Honor. I really am, and that's all I really have.
He's got, I mean, my problem is when I look at your prior arrest and convictions, the nature of those, and that you're currently on a bench warrant status out of 15 and an indecent exposure charge, all of that taken into consideration. It's the sentence of the court, $125 statutory fee, sentence the defendant to 90 days, Washington County Jail, credit 6 days served, defendants to serve the balance, defendants remain. You ready? Court does call the case of the People versus DeAndre Jemison.
Good morning, Your Honor. David I. Goldstein, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Your name, sir?
DeAndre Jemison.
All right.
Your Honor, this matter is before the court today for purposes of his sentencing. I did review the recommendation with my client. Your Honor, I'm going to ask the court to just give him credit for time served in this matter. He's got a number of other matters that are pending. We'd like to start knocking these off and getting these closed out. He's been in jail for 40 days. I think given the nature of the charge, he does have a prior record, but it's all misdemeanors. And some of them are 19 years old, 14 years old.
What does he currently have pending that he's?
Well, the main thing he has pending, Your Honor, is an R&O. That's set for a pretrial on the 9th of July.
In circuit.
Circuit, right. We've waived up.
Got it.
So he's been in jail for 40 days. I'm going to ask the court to give him 40 days.
When's his pretrial on that?
July 9th.
Sir, anything you want to say?
No, sir.
$120 statutory fees and then $170 restitution of Meyer payable through the court. I will just sentence him to 40 days credit, 40 served.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of People versus Amari McGee.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. McGee, please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Ms. McGee, Amari McGee.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a date and time set for sentencing. I have reviewed the recommendation with Ms. McGee. At this time, we are respectfully requesting the court to follow the recommendation.
All right. Ms. McGee,
Yes.
you got remanded?
Yes.
What have you been thinking about since then?
Oh, a lot. Oh, I've been thinking about a lot. I'm actually gonna go back. I have my prerequisites. I have my prerequisites done for the RN program. I'm gonna finish to get my RN, and I've been thinking about my children like crazy. And I've been thinking about just being, not drinking, not doing anything, just getting my life together, being the best version of myself.
Well, we can get there for the time.
Oh, I will.
Get this through. This time for the violations to date, 42 days in jail, credit 42 served. I'll allow release from custody, but she has to have a scram tether on prior to her release. You are re-referred to bond sports for an alcohol screening and assessment. I'll adjourn your sentencing to July 24th, 2020. Court does call the case of People versus Mohammed Farah.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Farha. I don't see him here, Your Honor.
Was he not here, or the way you just said that? I don't know was he here and he's just not here right now?
I've not seen him this morning. I've not seen him this morning. He was released last Thursday, I believe, as we discussed with Ms. Pilara. I think the recommendation is to discharge him from probation with credit for time served. I'd ask that you do that and waive his presence.
Can't really do that in absentia because I'm entering a conviction. So he needs to be here. Bench warrant will issue $5,000. Give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.